So, hey Dylan,
Yeah.
I think it worked.
Really?
Oh my gosh, I hate this. I hate this so much. Cause it worked. Alright guys, it's 9:47 right now. Hope everyone's been doing good. For the past 47 minutes. We've been trying to troubleshoot and it's been terrible. I hate technology and I'm about to eat some Tic Tacs. This video is not sponsored by Tic Tacs and or this live stream.
Are we live?
We are live. I hate this.
Oh, get fucked.
Dude, I literally just needed to put the damn stream key in. We didn't even need to understand. It was so simple that we didn't even, I don't even want to, I'm, I'm salty.
Really so.
Damn, I'm still like a little drippy. Um, hey Dylan, be careful. I don't know if, are you using your iPad right now?
Laptop.
Alright, cool. Um, just gotta set something up. So I got it to work. Dude, we literally did
It's been 48
Dude, I'm not even joking. I literally just I didn't even understand what that fucking dude said. I just looked at his screen and all I see him do was click copy on the stream key, which is basically just like, hey, this is how you're gonna, this is gonna take you to the website, like the exact website so you can actually stream. And clicked apply, okay, and I'm like, well, let's give it a shot. Click stream, and I see the stream turn on. I'm so, oh my gosh, dude.
So all I can say is big shout out to Rosgula coming through
With his non-English, with his, what was it, Hindi and Oogie? I think it was, I don't know, I don't even know. I don't even know, dude. Shout out, dude. From Out of Options. Dude, I'm genuinely hurt that it took us, dude, without Brian, it took us 50 fucking minutes to try to figure out how to literally just copy and paste something. I'm just, holy crap, dude. I hate technology. I 100% hate technology.
Stream. It sounds pretty good. I'm just double checking.
That's good. It's good, I guess. How does the can you hear the music as well? Or not so much? It's pretty damn loud for me, so anyways, Dylan, how's your day?
Or you might have to raise my volume just a little bit.
I raised the whole thing a little bit.
We're doing.
Can you hear the music?
Go double check. I just keep deafening myself, so if that makes a sound for you guys, I'm sorry. Does it? Or no?
You sound good to me.
Oh.
I'm so upset that that is what we just did. Like, it was so simple. But at least we know for next time. So we have about 9 minutes. This is gonna be the shortest stream that we've had. Lake laps 3. um, yeah, so pretty funny today, Losh, actually. Um,
Yeah, I sound good. You sound
so,
good. And you want to raise it a
so
little bit, you could.
I'll leave it. It's pretty loud for me, so I don't want to overpower.
Or
Um,
I can't
Losh,
even hear someone
fu-
right now.
well, he wasn't really talking, so funny
He
thing,
did.
Losh. So we went to go see, the place I went to go get my tattoos at, right? They called me, and I was like, the hell? The hell's this number? They call me, right? And they're like, yo, Cope, where are you? Like, is everything good? Are you able to come in today? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, do I have to come in now? And they're like, nah, nah, nah. Like, come in whenever. And the name of our tattoo artist, is Kenny, right? And they're like, yo, Kenny misses you. Come in. And I'm like, okay, sure. Like, I haven't seen him in about 2-3 months, and I could drop like 150. I have some money to like toss at him because I haven't seen him in forever. So I'm like, let's help him out. Let's hang out with him, right? And we need to finish one of my Brook tat. We have to finish it up. So I'm like, yeah, let's go finish this up. Called Dylan. Dylan shows up. It's around like 3:30. We show up at the tattoo place, and I sit down and I look at the people at the desk, and I haven't seen them in forever. And they're like, "Holy shit, you're here!" I'm like, "Of course I am. Y'all called me." And the main lady at the desk, she comes over to me, and she's like super excited to see me. She's like, I haven't seen you in forever, right? And she like kind of like crouches next to me and Dylan, because me and Dylan are just sitting there because we're waiting to see our dude. And who this dude actually was the guy who gave Dylan his first tattoo. And then I was like, yo, I really like what you did with his stuff. You know, I want you to, do some stuff for me. And then that's kind of how it started.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I've been going to him for like almost everything since. Like, my entire right arm is basically done by him.
Right.
So, so this is where it gets wild, right? So we're sitting there, and she crouches next to us, and she comes in really close to me, and she's like, "Hey, so funny story. I had to take Kenny home." And I'm like, "What? He's not here?" And she's like, "Yeah, he had a little bit too much to drink, because Kenny will usually Kenny will usually, because he gets the shakes. He's a great tattoo artist, but he's getting old, so, and he doesn't, so tattoo artists usually have like a little resting place for their elbows, right? But he's like 60. He just turned like 61.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, he's a little old dude, right? Literally looks like a fucking, he looks like that dude he looks like Leo from that 70s show, but older. And
Okay.
he'll usually just take like a shot or two to get like, just to kind of give him a good buzz, have some fun, but also to like kind of chill him out. It's like he uses it kind of like more recreationally than anything.
So he's a functioning alcoholic.
Yeah, he's a functioning alcoholic. That's a great way to put it.
Nice.
Yeah, honestly. And oh, dude, dude, there was so many times where like me and Kenny, Well, here, let me finish first. So yeah, she's like, yeah, I had to take him home. He was a little too wasted today. And I was like, that's our Kenny. Like, get up.
I would never go to a guy that.
Me and Dylan get up
This is
and
like
we
fucking
leave.
shaky hand Greg. Shit.
Dude, that's the thing though. Like, he's not shaky hand Greg. Which is like pretty weird. He's not. Like, he just like what? I'm not even joking. Like, once he gets like literally, he just takes like a shot of Fireball. Like, takes a shot of Fireball. He's got doctor hands, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's because he's an alcoholic.
yeah, man, it's great. Love him to death, bro. He's awesome. Ah, dude, he's so funny too. I can't say what happened on stream, but it was great. I don't know if Dylan, you were there for that time, but I'll tell it to you guys later when we hop off in a little bit. So check it out, right? So me and Kenny, right? Whenever so there was a couple times where I went by myself because Dylan was off in East Jabib, and I was like, I haven't seen the dude in like 2 months, like a month or two, and I told him when I first started seeing him, like, I'm gonna come every time I get a paycheck, I'm gonna toss like $100 or like 150 your way, just to like get something new, because I do patchwork. Like I get
Smaller tattoos.
yeah, it's like usually it's like almost, some people call it stickers. That's basically what I get, like nostalgia stickers, and or just like cool stuff. So, but it's not like one big piece like how yours is gonna be. But my bad. So when I would go to see him, if it's just me and him, we would walk across the what is it, 6-lane highway to go to the gas station that's across the street and get like and this is after he's done like stenciling and everything. We would go get like just go get some drinks or something, and then maybe get some ice cream, just chill. We'd usually just sit right outside of it, just drink it, and then just head back. It's a great time. So we're both a little toasty, and then just, just chat, get inked up. It's sick. I'm so, like, dude, I'm not even joking. There's
Oh, that's not good.
for,
Like, that's you shouldn't even say the guy's name because he's breaking so many fucking rules. Like, I'm
No,
pretty
it's
sure there's
not.
health guidelines.
no,
You're
hell,
not supposed to
God.
get tattooed when you take a drink.
I'm not
Did you
taking the
believe
drink.
more?
He's taking the drink.
And yeah, he's not supposed to be fucking drinking on the job.
No.
I
It's
mean,
like,
tattoos, so I don't think there's really like a code, so I don't think anybody
It's
would-
water.
comment.
Yeah, I think as long as people don't care, it's not
It's
a big
just-
deal.
yeah, he's tattooing me, and I trust him, and he literally has done a phenomenal job
That's
every
fine,
time.
man.
So it's like,
Yeah, no, your tattoos look
it's good
great,
to go,
but like I wouldn't be able to trust that.
No, that's the thing. Like, you have to get tattooed by him first.
Yeah, like I'd have to get
see
to
it.
know the guy. Like this is just
Oh,
I'm
dude,
just hearing wild
he's
stories.
such a grandpa, bro. Like, he's like he's like the grandpa that I feel like I would have had. Like, both of mine like kicked the bucket before I was actually able to do cool shit and not be a little shitbag. Dude, actually, it's pretty funny. I called my mom earlier, and I'm like, Mom, I hate you. And she goes, what is this? Like, why are you just calling me to yell at me? And
You're a fucking
I'm
asshole.
like, hold on. I'm like, reason was because I'm like, Mom, I hate you because you should have you should have released the beast on Dad. Like, you should have beat the shit out of me. Because I look back and there's so many things that I was just a little shit about, and I wish he just
So
beat
what?
I just wish he beat the
You
shit. out
can't
of
beat your kids anymore, Alan.
me. Well, it was 2004. Back then you could.
You were 2. You weren't. You think you're a little shit? Everybody's a
Dude,
little shit when
I
they're
was,
2.
bro.
You're a toddler. You dipshit.
No.
That's a
Okay,
baby.
okay, fine. 2000.
2004. You're a
Okay,
baby.
it was 2000. Like, was it 2008? No.
2008 we would've
2007.
been
2000,
6.
2007. 2007. I wish he beat the shit out of me.
5.
Yes, I wish he beat the shit because that's when I started playing piano. I started playing
Who
piano.
cares?
Listen. This is why. All right. I'm trying to tie it all back, right? So I called him. I'm like, Mom, I hate you. I wish you let Dad beat the shit out of me while while I was learning piano, because I'd always fucking just complain about it. I'd be like, I hate this. I don't want to play piano anymore, which is a fucking lie because I really, while I was playing, I enjoyed it, but I hated learning new stuff because I'd have to like be slow about it. I was so impatient. And now knowing that I have ADHD, it makes more sense, but it's still like I wish they just kept pushing me.
You should have said, Mom, I wish you had me tested. I got tested.
that's
What do you think?
even-
I had like a
that's-
504 or some shit like that.
That's even worse, bro. I would have had a different fight about that. Honestly, I just called to yell at them because that's what we do in my family. But like, you know, it's just I was like, Dad, you son of a bitch, you should have beat the shit out of me. And he's like, damn right I should have. Honey, this is all your fault. I'm like, yeah, Mom, it is your fault. And then me and my dad started ganging up on my mom. We're just like, Mom, you should have let Dad beat the shit out of me. Like I would not have been a pussy back then, bro. Like that's what I think about. Like looking back, because the thing is, on top of that, Loge, like
I mean, I think that too sometimes, but it's like,
yeah, but like, okay, but here's the thing, right? I say this because I have to learn piano now. I have to learn it again because I need to help out Dylan, who he could definitely do it himself,
Right.
but it's gonna be faster if I become his teacher, and cheaper. It's gonna be better if I do it because I understand more, so I'll pick it up quicker. Yeah, I also like kind of still remember how to like move my hands and where it should be and all that stuff, so it's like, you see what I'm saying? Like I do still remember some things, so it'll be easier for me to teach him. But now I still have to go through all that. If I spent 5 years, I spent 5 years learning it. So I think to myself, if they made me continue, then I would have been either really good, and I'd still know, like Montoya, like he stopped playing for like almost, I think, up to 5 years. He stopped playing guitar. Yet the first thing that he busts out when we first started jamming out together was fucking Master of Puppets, perfectly, on my brother's crappy fake Squire. Like,
nice.
yeah, literally, that's what I'm saying. Like, muscle memory takes time. It's hard to go away. Like,
Right.
just like throwing a football. Once you learn it, like, yeah, you might need to warm up a little bit, or like a lot of it, if you really take your time away from it. But you will always know how to throw it. See what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah. And then I started yelling at my dad again, because I was like, Dad, you make me upset because I'm playing bass now, like I told you I would, but all I did was ask for 2 things, and I would have been playing every day and doing exactly what he said, which is, he's like, I'll pay you $10 if you play for an hour a day, because he was trying to motivate me. And again, back then I was like, man, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit and play video games, like. And like, all I asked him was for a decent bass, because the ones that I had, the first one I had, the red one, that was from the Restore. And then the other one, I don't even know where he got that thing. Like, I don't even know where he got it, but it was messed up all around. Like, the strings were old, and I didn't know anything about all that stuff. the frets would slice me up a little bit, or they'd be like they wouldn't be set right. Just a whole bunch of problems with it, and but that's all I had. So like, and Dylan kind of was the thing that made me remember this stuff, cause I'm like, cause Dylan was like, I want to try to buy like a he's like, I want to buy like a $200 to $250 keyboard, and I was like, well, why would you want to do that? And he goes, well, it's gonna sound good, because it's true. Like even if you're not very skilled, if you click a note, it's gonna sound dope. Just like the same thing goes for a bass. And and I was like, nah, you should try to get a starter. I look back at that, what he said, because it jolted my memory, and I'm like, if my dad really just got me the stuff I needed, because I was getting to a point where like I needed an upgrade, I needed better sound, because I would play well, but it would still kind of sound crappy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you remember the little bass amp, that little tiny bass amp I had?
Yeah.
That was what I was using. That and the crappy Ibanez bass from the restore. Right. Like that was my equipment.
Hey. Never hate on the restore bass.
Dude, I hope we still have it.
I played on a fucking bucket and a metal chair once.
You're a drummer. That's not the same thing.
I made it work.
That's like saying if I take a box.
I did that in front of people.
That's like saying if I take a box, cut a circle in the middle, put spaghetti, like attach spaghetti to it, and pretend to put a head on it and the neck. Like I take Plank from Ed, Ed and Eddie. He's the neck. I got a banjo.
I did like an elementary school talent show, and I played on a bucket.
Yeah.
I had my drum pad and a metal chair and sticks, and I just like made shit up.
Oh, dude,
I made it work.
Was it like the foldable one? It's like the foldable chair.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's the good stuff, man. That's good. That's good. Reminiscing, man. Yeah, I don't know. I just like. I always like to. The way that my parents know that like I'm okay is by me calling them and then giving them a hard time, because then they're like, okay, he's fine. He's got a lot of energy. He's not sick, because I was telling them, because I've been sick the past week, and you know, they keep texting me like, oh, do you have COVID? I'm like, no, COVID's fake. And they just constantly just hit my phone up, and I'd be like, yo, I'm fine, like just leave me alone, let me sleep, let me go and take care of myself. Like I didn't know you're the one with the medical expertise. I didn't know your medical stat was that high.
Me?
And, no, my parents. They'd always tell me like, oh, are you taking this medicine or this medicine? I'm like, oh, you wanna go, right? Like again, I'm not a fucking doctor, but I know how to take care of people. I know how to take care of myself. Like, do I choose to? Not as much as I should, but I'm drinking water right now. Hydrated, dihydrate. Hydrated, dihydrate, boys. Cheers.
Some water.
That shit's so good. Good old tap water. Good old Flint, Michigan tap water.
Make sure my cat's good. Real quick.
What time is it, boys? It is
10:11.
It's 10:11. You know, I know this stream was This wasn't as much of a podcast, but I'm glad we got to ramble a little bit. Hopefully next week we could actually be on time, and hopefully we get more people. I kind of like having the special guests. I thought Correa was gonna hop on, but I guess him and Boogie were busy. So. Good times though. Good times. We're gonna look back on this. I'm gonna cringe. So hard. We're gonna cringe. Me? I don't think I'm gonna cringe. I'm just gonna laugh. Because I think that's just what I naturally do. I like look back at a lot of stuff that I did. Unless it's like me when I was a little kid and I look at myself like a little shit. Then like if it's me from like even 5 years ago, I'll just kind of cringe and be like, damn, look how good he used to look. Oh, speaking of, Losh, you remember Sasha, right?
Yeah.
She's officially married now.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy for her. She's watching, which I know she's not. Shout outs to the fam. Hope your pops is doing good over there against the adversaries. Let's just say.
Yeah, man, commies.
Alright, damn it, Losh. Now people in China can't see us.
I don't care.
Oh my gosh, our Chinese viewers.
Hey, we love the Chinese Republic. They've got communism figured out.
Yo,
Unlike
honestly, Vietnam has it pretty figured out.
I'm saying this so we get accepted in John Allen.
China number one.
Yo, Dylan, do you remember when you got us sent to the fucking principal's office when you came in during forensic science and you slapped the rice hat on my head and started playing the Soviet anthem?
Yeah.
Dude, that was.
Didn't you do that in a presentation, though? Didn't you play the Soviet?
It was
Union
after
national
the.
anthem?
It was so. It was like it was in the middle, like when what do you call it? It was in the middle when what was that called? It was during the block, because we had the block schedule. Remember?
Mhm.
So they were like, okay, well, we're doing a lab today. It's
Okay.
gonna be like it's a small lab, so like you guys basically have like 30 minutes instead of your whole hour or whatever. It's like it was like what 45 minutes for lunch. And they're like, okay, you got like 30 minutes, and we kind of just sat there and just was shooting the shit like we usually do. And dude was gone the entire I had no idea where he was. Actually, if anything, he probably was in there, and he just rolled for stealth really well. But he got a fucking nat 20 on his stealth, and he just like all I remember was him walking in the room, wearing the rice hat, taking it, slamming it on my head, and then he plays the anthem and salutes. And then I just was like, I'm just sitting in the chair, like, I have no idea what's going on. And then I just like, I don't know if you know what a half right face is, but you basically just turn like 45 degrees clockwise.
Okay.
And I was just saluting with him. So we were both like angled the same way. And I was saluting with him. And our teacher was like, what the fuck is going on? You got some commies in here, bro?
What did he just heard your teacher scream, Wolverines, and tackle one of you like you're in Red Dawn?
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh, dude.
Dude, I was
Alright.
telling some of my coworkers about how
Yeah.
we got a rule at Brooklawn made after us for fighting for quarters.
Yeah.
And change.
We're not
Yeah,
gonna
there's
say
a
the name
rule
of
that
it.
now says.
Yeah,
No.
I
I
know.
told them the name and they cried of laughter.
Yeah,
But-
I remember I participated in 2 and I almost lost a finger.
Dude, I had a broken foot. I took off my boot and hit somebody over the head with it.
I do remember seeing that. Yes, that was fun. I remember the worst ones was when Jorge was there, because Jorge's just a fucking gorilla, dude. Like,
Yeah.
just a hairy man. He just will.
Somebody got tackled down a hill once.
Dude, Brandon was the worst with that. Him and Jaden, because they would just like pet you like a little cat. Like,
Yeah.
they just like sneak in there.
Brandon
like-
just didn't care.
Yeah,
That's
he
what made him dangerous. Is because he's smaller than you, but somehow he has more balls and more power.
Dude,
You're just
I
like, "What?"
literally, I remember he got groped up by I think it was by Jaden, and he just didn't. He like the look on his face made it seem as if it's happened before, but in a different way. So he was kind of like, "Rrr, but I need this quarter. This quarter means more. Hold on, I have to hop into his voice. This quarter means more than everything you ever seen before." Stupid Italian voice. Oh, dude, I miss that man. He's been playing a lot. He's been playing a lot.
Yeah, like he started a like new metal band.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah,
seven.
he's
He's got a
not
7 string,
covered.
bro. The 7 string sounds great too. He's really good. If he only switched his talent like we did and just went solo, he'd be really good. Like he just became like a YouTuber, like a straight like guitar, like a YouTube guitarist. He'd be really good. I think he'd get pretty big.
Yeah, probably.
Not like 10 million or something. Like, yeah, down the road, but he'd probably hit like 1 million in the first like year and a half, I think. Definitely faster than us, because he'd be a one-man band. But yeah, I've also seen, it's weird. Like, I've seen a lot of people start picking up instruments now. Well, like maybe not picking them up, but they're starting to post more. Like Chris Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
Hawkins has been doing a lot of stuff. He's been looking a little too MGK like. Like he's got his nails painted.
That's
And
fucked up.
like Rock On Brother, but like, yeah, he's been doing a lot of stuff. I think he just recently did an Arctic Monkeys cover. He fucked up a little bit, but the effort's all there, which is what matters when you're kind of just trying to have fun with it, which is what I think he's doing. And on top of that, there's Brandon, like we were just talking about. He's been making stuff. Like he'll set up his camera, just record what he's got, plug his amp in, just play it. Yeah. It's been good.
Mm-hmm.
It's been pretty good. I'm actually gonna go check some of the videos that we got. Let's check our progress when it comes to stuff.
I'm watching the Nuts game.
Ooh,
Just haven't-
Everlong has gone up to 905. I'm a little upset. I wish I did the vocals over again. I'm not too mad about it because I give it my best shot, because the vocal range for me is so different, but like it wasn't mine. Like that would have been perfect for Montoya. I wish he had his mic and stuff set up, but he can't at the place he's at right now.
Right.
So yeah. But you know, I still think I did. I think I did pretty well. I've been trying to have a lot of fun with it. Like, I don't know if did you listen to my Gone Forever little workshop I did for it?
I don't think so.
It's in the I sent in the chat if you want to check it out. I think I did pretty well. I just need to actually like clean it up and like do it legitimately, and it'll be a really good. I think it'll be a really great vocal. I think Adam Gontier, his vocal range is pretty similar to mine. Or actually the new dude for 3 Days Grace. I don't remember what band he's originally from, but he has almost like me and him when we grit, it's like the same person. Like I'm not even joking. Like after listening to myself so much, we sound super similar. So that's pretty cool. If I was ever to do like a song by like the new 3 Days Grace, I guess you could say, it would be like spot on. I hate it, but I like it because I like his voice. I just don't like what they're doing right now, honestly. Like I think the new 3 Days Grace, I don't know if you've heard. I doubt you've listened to them because I don't even listen to their new stuff.
Yeah, not really.
But yeah, like his voice is really good. It's just their new stuff is kind of it's just kind of meh, and compared to what 3 Days Grace used to have with Adam Gontier's lyrics, or just the lyrics back then in general, it was so much better, I guess you could say. At least in my opinion. But yeah, Losh, how's that been coming along? Have you been playing it? Trying to figure out what you want to do with it?
Everyone?
No, with Gone Forever. Everlong
No,
is.
I was kind
Everlong
of
is
doing
all
homework all day.
Ah, you're good, bro. As long like
Yeah.
just try to listen to it, so you can
Yeah.
kind of get a thought in your mind of what you want to do. I really want to try to get it out by like next week if you can. Also, I think I don't remember when, but we are probably gonna be, at least me and Dylan, we're gonna be KIA for a while. AFK? Yeah. we're gonna be
Okay.
AF, we're gonna be we're gonna be
Yeah,
AF.
we killed an action just for a little bit.
Yeah,
What?
just for a little bit. We just someone took our dog tag, sorry. We had to
Oh
get
yeah,
it
the
back.
U.S. government came up with a resurrection technique.
Dude, we can't don't talk about it right now. We're on stream. Listen, we can talk about it off stream.
They got Pain from Naruto to do the fucking jutsu where you can
But...
like the
yeah,
double head.
revive the dead. Nah, man, my wisdom stat is really high. I just revived Dylan. I just used the resurrection spell.
I'm sorry, I'm shitting bricks right now.
What's scaring you?
It's top of the 7th. Mets have 2 outs. Men on
Yeah,
7.
I was really worried that you were actually in the bathroom, legitimately shitting bricks.
No.
Same here.
No, I don't have a kidney
Dylan's
stone in
like,
my
yeah.
colon.
I've already been there
Dude.
this morning.
Oh my gosh,
afternoon.
dude. Kidney
Yeah, that's
I
because you
stones?
ate
guys
spicy food.
Dude, kidney
need more
stones.
fiber in your diet.
Kidney stones. Have you ever seen one? Looks like a little morning star, bro, but like made of salt. Well, not salt, it's calcium, but like, you know what I mean. It's like a little. It looks like
Yeah.
someone took the Himalayan pink salt, turned it into a little spike ball, and just decided to shoot it down your urinary tract.
You know, most Himalayan pink salt is like fake.
Don't say that.
Yeah, if it's not like
I
don't.
saw
I don't believe your
somebody was like
conspiracy
explaining
theory.
it, and
Don't
if
you
like
dare
if it
tell me.
wasn't
No,
over a certain
we're not
price
talking.
threshold,
No, we're not talking about
it's
this.
just like dyed kosher salt.
Don't you dare tell me about this. Let me believe in my Himalayan salt. There's a difference in the taste. Not that I would know
Yeah,
because it
yeah, you
tastes
taste
like
the food
salt.
dye.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare
Tasting pink
start this
dye.
conspiracy theory. You know, we've actually hit 40 minutes on the stream.
I don't even taste the Himalaya label.
Don't you stop this. Stop this.
See,
Listen,
this is consumerism.
I taste the shamans, okay? I know what they're selling up there. Don't. Oh, no.
I didn't say anything, and you're already defending yourself.
I taste the taste the rainbow. No. Taste the shamans. Himalayan salt. Sponsored
You know,
by
the
Himalayan
Himalayas
salt.
is like the Himalayas is slowly becoming like one of the more climbed mountains in the world.
No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I saw Bear Grylls talking about it. And
Speaking of Bear Grylls, I played his Netflix game.
Is that fun or no?
You vs Wild, dude. Dude, I got him killed twice. I felt so bad. Okay, so there's a scenario. It's in episode like 3 or something. And if you guys haven't played it before, definitely go play it. It's an amazing. It's stupid, but it's fun. And so he's like, all right, guys. All right, hold on. Let me hop into my British accent. All right, guys. So we're stuck on a frozen lake, and we got
just
2
lost
options.
all possibility of getting viewers in Britain.
Just letting you know.
All right, hold on. So basically, he's like, he's
I'm not messing with you. You're just like, just ending that.
you can't take the chance. So he decides. Sorry. Let me start. Let me rewind. So he's like, all right, guys, we're stuck on this frozen lake, and the whole thing is he needs to find this dog, right? He's tracking a dog, and they're stuck at this lake, and he's like, all right, what do? We could either crawl, and it'll like lay out, it'll spread us out, so the chance of us falling through the ice is way lower, and you can kind of like, it's just safer. The other option was you will walk and you'll step on the ice and like test it to see if it breaks or not, and then but it's quicker, right? And in my mind, I'm like, we got to get to that dog. We don't know how long she's been out here. Speed is key here. Let's go. He takes like 15 steps and he falls through the ice. And what made me feel really bad is like, the pain. I'm like, no, Bear, I'm sorry. He's like, this is a terrible move. We're gonna have to call a rescue. And then like, I was like, dude, no way. Oh, dude, I killed him. I killed Bear. Like, I definitely know it was like pre-recorded, or like that path ends with him going there. Like he does the whole thing, and then he oh my gosh, dude. And then there was this other one where so he's like, okay, what do? We had the choice between using the grappling hook to climb down this ledge, or we can he has like this little shovel, and he like puts it underneath him, and he like uses it to like sled down and like slide down the side of the mountain, right? He's like, okay, it'll be dangerous because if an avalanche happens, we're all fucked. Like me and the dog are fucked. Like that's it. And the whole episode, he keeps talking about how like avalanches are really dangerous, and that's how you're gonna get messed up, and you can get caught in one easy. He's like, but if you sled, it'll be quicker, and the chance of avalanches aren't as high. So I'm like, okay, let's sled. Like, why not? Let's give it a shot. He's going down the mountain, and he's going fast. He's like building up speed, and he slips, and like this dude almost died. Like he literally almost died for this stunt. But he like slides off, and right as he slides off, he catches himself at the edge of this other cliff. Because the thing is, when you're going and you're like sledding or whatever, there's like a certain term for it. I don't know what it is, but when you're like quote unquote sledding,
Right.
you can't see the end. You just see white and trees. And like some trees are like the other side of the ledge, quote unquote, or like let's say there's like a little ravine or like a little crevice in between, or like a there's basically a gap. The gap might be like a 10-foot gap that will lead you to your death, or like a 20-foot gap, but on the other side, like in your perspective, it could look like it's still a part of the road or whatever, right? Or the pathway you're going down. So he like slides off, and at the last second he grabs himself onto the ledge, and he's like, we're gonna have to call for rescue. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? I got you killed again in the same episode. Oh, I was so disappointed. I was honestly like, damn, I can't believe I can't believe this just happened to you.
But he was asked about it, and he was saying that like because of how far like oxygen is coming, or like the weight of it is coming down, and like the weight of all gear is kind of just coming down.
Yeah.
It's just making it easier for people to go up, and he says it's like a great thing because it's more like now. I've seen pictures posted where there's like a line going up to the summit.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's only like a 10-person line, but I guess
That's
on the
still
days
cool.
where,
Like,
yeah, I guess on the
so
days
awesome.
where the weather is like right for it, everybody's just like raring to do it, which makes sense because I feel like there's not a lot of days that have
yeah.
good enough weather.
Dude, honestly though, Bear Grylls he's a fucking badass, bro. Like
Oh yeah, he did it in like the 80s.
Bro, because so in the first episode of that I got him killed twice in, the first two choices, he goes, all right, we're gonna have to scale this mountain quick. So we have two choices. We could either take the skis or we could paraglide. I'm like, dude, we're flying. And he goes, all right, let's do it. And he sets it up. He goes, all right, the weather's looking pretty good for flight. Let's do it. And he just runs off the cliff like a madman and just starts paragliding down. He's like, where we dropping, boys? Like, literally, just starts flying down this thing and lands. And I'm just like, dude, that was what made me be like, all right, I gotta keep playing this. And there's like I think it's like an episode. There's like 2 episodes before where you're in like the jungle. That's pretty funny. Did someone just rip ass?
Yeah, that was me. I didn't think you heard it.
All I heard was I thought someone was playing the trumpet, and then I realized none of us. Like Brian's not here, and I don't have
hit
my
another
trumpet.
tone.
All right, well now you just got us demonetized. Thanks.
Well, like that won't get us demonetized. I mean,
We're
I'll
not
definitely
even-
lose
we're
a
not-
handful of viewers.
Oh yeah, a handful with our solid 0.
Most women will be like, oh yeah, fuck this guy.
Oh
He's
yeah,
gross.
of course. It's okay.
Some of the cool ones will stay.
The cool ones will.
The ones with husbands will stay.
The cool ones will also stay. They'll just rip ass too. Be like, yeah, I've been there.
Exactly. Everybody farts. Everybody
gassy.
shits.
Everyone's gassy.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I love doing these little podcasts. It takes like brings me back down to earth, especially with my meds now. I'm like so go go go, and this is like, even though it's still working right now, I'm like, just slows me down. Lets me think about stuff. I do need more though. Like I only have one left of my med, and I need to get the prescription actually made, because I have like the test ones right now, and I gotta go see my provider about it. And it worries me because I need to get this thing like soon, because if I have, we don't come back until Tuesday, like for work, and I only have one left. So it's like, what day do I want to choose to be productive? You see what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not even joking, bro. Like when I don't take it, I'm all over the place. Like I don't want to do anything. I don't want to try to get stuff done, or like you should have seen me earlier when it was just me and Dylan on. I spent like 30 minutes to like an hour trying to learn piano. Like, do you know Solitude by Re Plus?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can. I know it's not gonna get copyrighted, so plus we're already like 40 minutes in. I'll just play a snippet of it. Give me 1 second, Losh. It's by Re
Just look it up on
Plus.
my own.
Well, I want to listen to it too.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you're worried about the copyright though.
Alright, son of a bee. Give me 1 second, brother. Where is it? Where is this thing? Oh, found it. I love this song, bro. Have you heard this before, Losh?
I don't think so.
3, 2, 1.
Oh wait, have you ever heard the song Take 5? But it's Take 5, but it's Song of Storms.
By hold on.
Imaginary Ambition.
Song of Storms.
No, Take 5, but it's Song of Storms.
I don't think so.
You close the
Ah,
screen.
crap. Ah, what a terrible DJ. I was trying to close. Yeah, I was trying to close it on Discord, but
You closed it on Discord.
I did. You know, this has been a good podcast. We kind of clutched it up. Little hour late of troubleshooting, but it's good. It's been a good stream so far. Yeah. I had some topics that I wanted to talk about, but I think kind of rambling on and just kind of bebopping kind of just makes it makes it feel a little more genuine. Feels good. Kind of just do it.
Yeah, I mean, you got any topics? No or no?
Let me take a look. I wrote it down on my pretty little fucking to-do list notepad. Where is it? I think it's this one. So, dude, dating in 2022. Oh my gosh, I feel like dating in 2022. I feel like dating nowadays is just not even a thing. Or like, you have to be 20, like you have to be 21 plus, because like you have to go to a bar or like.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? I being 20, I feel like a fucking child. Like, like yeah, I could drive. I have a job. I could fucking kill people technically. And I could literally dig into somebody's body because I gotta pull a bullet out or something, like, if it's necessary, obviously.
Right.
And like, yeah, there's whatever, right? I could do small surgeries at the age of 20, but I can't.
I mean, you could work around, but it's not allowed.
Yeah, I could literally start a war.
I mean, anybody could do that. But,
I mean, that's true too. Yeah, you just gotta text China enough.
yeah, I really don't agree with the whole we can put you in our army, but you can't buy a beer sort of thing.
Yeah, that's
Kind of dumb.
I do understand.
'Cause all
There's
of the
a lot
European countries have
Yeah.
shown how to create a drinking culture that doesn't get kids killed.
Yeah.
That's like that kind of stuff really only happens here, where it's like huge deaths of, or not huge deaths, but you hear about deaths of alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not really a foreign thing that much.
I definitely think that, yeah, like literally when I went over there, when I was in Poland, they were like, oh, the drinking age is like 15. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
They're like,
it's
yeah.
because
And
when you don't,
like, no one has a problem with it. They're literally just like, yeah, I started drinking at 13.
yeah,
My dad and my uncles, and we'd go to the bar and they just hand it to me and no one cared because
exactly.
it's just so like kind of.
I think when you don't like bogart it and you kind of just let it exist as its own thing,
Yeah.
and kind of like if people are gonna fuck up with it, they're gonna fuck up with it, and like it's up to the parent to kind of teach them that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because obviously, like, there's people who are drunks and who like don't amount to anything at a young age in those European countries, but the majority of people are successful, I guess you'd say, or at least are decent members of society.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think us making it 21 and making it so like illegal and this and that it creates like a want for it, and then when people get it, even when they have a
start
ton of
doing
it,
like more dumb
they
shit.
do it in
Yeah.
excess. They do
Yeah,
it in
they start-
complete excess because they think that they're never gonna have that kind of night again.
Yeah, I think the fact
They
of
got so
having the
lucky.
freedom, yeah. You're basically saying like having
The same thing when they turn 21. Like the day people turn 21, they get
Yeah, they get fucking
blackout drunk.
plastered. Yeah,
yeah.
I 100% agree. But like honestly, I think it's kind of I don't know what it is. Maybe it's society itself being the problem, in the fact that it's like, okay, well, you know, like music nowadays always talks about, like, especially rap. And again, I love rap, but like, don't get me wrong, a lot of it is talking about like fucking bitches, drinking, and you know, like,
Drugs and alcohol.
yeah, drugs and alcohol.
But I'd say you'd have to put them at like the same level, because I wouldn't say there's more one than the other.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like it's
Yeah, it also creates
People-
like a
that's
want
what
for it. Yeah.
I think I think music very greatly affects society, and it's not a very conscious thing. I think it's extremely behind the scenes type deal, like not like any conspiracy theory type crap, but it's like when you give kids this thought, like one of my little cousins, he listens to Lil Yachty and like fucking not little. I don't really know. He listens to like all these dudes that most of them are like just mumble rappers, but like a lot of them are dudes who like I don't know, like Lil Baby or like you know what I mean, where it's like the focus on the songs. They don't even
Just
know
drug
what they're
use.
saying,
Yeah.
yeah, or like just it's just something that's not very, you know, for
Yeah,
kids.
that makes sense.
But then it's kind of like the parent should be like, yo, why you are not capable of listening to this because you're becoming more shitty. And I think that also
Right.
affects society.
Yeah, I think that
like
makes
as
the kid
well.
rebel too.
I think it just makes them be like, well,
But I think
you're crap.
saying music is an influence is also kind of a cop out.
That's true, but what I'm well,
And
trying to bring it back on track because we kind of just stepped out of the thing is like, I think it's definitely harder to start.
I think
I think
parent than like, because
Yeah.
that's the same argument with video games make kids more violent.
you know actually that's true. You do have a
Like
point
I
there.
play every violent video game and I don't.
Yeah, we played GTA when we were like 6, and look at us. Well, you
Yeah.
know what? Now that I think about it, that's
the
kind of
first,
that's
like,
kind of
the first real video game I played was Call of Duty Modern Warfare when I
Yeah,
was like
dude.
8.
Now that I think about it, the
And
first
I'm
game
not
that I
that
played
violent
was
person.
the
I'm
first
not violent
game,
at all.
the
I'm a fucking
first
pacifist for the most part.
violent game that I played in excess was MW3 with Paterno. Remember when we'd go to his house and we'd play MW3
Yeah.
and we'd play Spec Ops?
Mm-hmm.
That was my first. And then look at me, I'm in the fucking army.
Yeah.
Like subconsciously, I just decided to go towards it.
But I
No,
also listened to 50 Cent. It's not like I went around fucking getting into gunfights.
Yeah, yeah. But
I mean, I smoke a little weed, but it's not like I fucking
Oh my
do
gosh.
crack. Like,
many,
Jesus
many,
Christ.
many, many, try to shoot me when I don't cry no more. I love that song. But so something that trying to bring it back again. I think Tinder and Bumble, and honestly, I think it's a lot of influencers fuck up society. Like I very much feel that way.
Yeah.
because I think it's like when you look at it, right? There was this one show. I don't remember if I talked about it before on stream, but it's called I think it's called like The Button or something, and you can very much see that people are like afraid of rejection, and it brings out like the worst in them. But people are also extremely judgmental. Like if you do not fit the standard, even by the slightest thing, that's it. Like, and people are very close-minded. That's what at least showed me. I wish we could show it on stream, but we can't. But yeah, like they just basically how it works is you sit down with one person, you have to talk to them and try to get to know them for 10 minutes. And if you don't hit the button for 10 minutes, you guys can go on a date paid by the show, all expense whatever, right? Go to a fucking most fancy restaurant you want and it'll be paid off for one more date. And dude, like some people wouldn't even get 5 seconds. And the button, how it works is you can click it when it turns red. So it's blue normally. It turns red when it's like, okay, if you want to switch them out, you can swap them out. It took like, and they definitely cut stuff out. Like it was, cutting throughout the video.
Right.
It took a long time before, and maybe it was just, or it could have been video editing magic, but like from the looks of the video, if they were being consistent with like, yeah, they maybe cut out small things, maybe like a minute over the course of 20 minutes, that would be another 20 minutes, so that'd be a 40-minute video total. But
Right.
yeah, so like basically it took like 20 minutes before someone actually sat down and was like, you know what, you're pretty cool, like I'd be down to go on another date with you. So Like it's just terrible, dude. Like
Yeah.
I think something like that is a very it's
I think there's also a skew because of the reality show thing.
that's true too.
Because
I
they
mean,
tell people to like play it up on those things, especially.
that's true. But like overall, I think that's a pretty microcosmic sight of how society is, because it's like people are just like, imagine if you hop on
Yeah,
Tinder,
very true.
like
Very true.
if you're not drop dead gorgeous or you're insanely hot, you're not really gonna get many swipes.
Yeah, if you're not physically attractive.
That too. Like if you're
No, that's just like the basic of it.
yeah.
Like, if you're not
It's
physically attractive, you won't
like-
get swipes.
On top of that, it's like even if you do match, and I know Montoya's hopped on Tinder here and there, and Montoya's a good-looking dude, bro. Like he gets girls, like girls, like literally him going to school, he's already been like, yeah, I've talked to like 2 or 3 girls, and it's only been like the first week or whatever. That's what he said when he got there. And he's like, I don't know what Brian's talking about, how there's no girls around or how there's no girls available or something like that. It's just he gets them, you know what I mean? And
Right.
but on Tinder, he'll get like 100 match, or he'll get 100 likes and whatever, but he'll never get any matches. Or if he does get a match, and again, the match could be just because he doesn't want them or whatever, but that person. But it definitely goes both ways with the whole like if I look at if I or somebody or like in the band was to do it, and they look at it and be like, oh yeah, no, that's a no-go for me, like she's not my type. That's definitely how it goes. Like, and you become accustomed to just being like no, 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 and you just it becomes emotion. And
Right.
yeah, I don't know. And then I think that definitely relates to real life as well. Like, and the phone thing is very like just phones in general. Like people don't know how to talk to each other anymore. I very strongly believe that nobody knows how to talk to each other anymore. And
That's me.
well, Dylan, shut the hell up, Dylan. Like, man, what? Get out of here, man. Bro, honestly, Dylan, I think you could talk to people better than like yeah, you stutter and like you might not know what to say, or like you say things not in the best way, but honestly, that's better than any like just other people in general. Like you can make conversation with somebody, bro. Like, honestly. And like weirdly enough, you make really good conversation. Like you come up with like you're like a sleeper, bro. Like you come up with shit that's like I don't think about that stuff, and you come up with it and it becomes a really good thing to talk about. So like I don't know, personally, that's what I think, at least. But Tilly comes in for the first 5 he comes in after 30 minutes of not talking. And I tell him to shut up. Nah, Dylan, seriously though. you definitely are way better than these people that I've met at talking. Dude, and it's just a here, boys, and it's just like a here thing. It's just an America thing. Like being in Poland and Finland, it was not like that. Like, I mean, Poland was different because nobody really speaks English over there, but like people would try to talk. Like if I was talking to a girl in Poland, they would broken Englishly talk to me back and like just be really like open about it. And that might just be a culture thing, because I think just Europeans just don't really do that. I think there might be even worse than us, but like because we're kind of more outgoing, I think Americans are a lot more outgoing with like just walking up to somebody and start talking to them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not afraid to just walk up to a stranger that we find is interesting
Yeah.
or attractive or whatever reason we want to walk up to them for
Yeah.
and just start talking to them.
Alright.
So
Because we have hobos. They do it to us. So
yeah,
we do it
that's
to other
true.
people.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I'm just gonna get hated on the internet. I'm gonna speedrun getting canceled.
Out of option, out of options, canceled. Dave, stream 3. No, I definitely think that dating in 2020 is. I think it started like 2020, became like very difficult. Honestly, like. I think there's a lot of things that I haven't hit on that very much influence this topic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, and I think it's literally just everything. Like, I think society as a whole is slowly becoming worse at talking to each other.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, people just don't put their phones down.
Yeah.
And especially with COVID, people got very comfortable with talking to other people through the phone instead of doing
Yeah.
it in person.
Oh, dude, actually, yeah, you're right. That's probably why. Because COVID did start in 2020, didn't it? Like,
Yeah.
20.
Like even ordering your food, most people do it online and don't even talk to
Yeah,
people. when
they just send it and they literally just do the leave it at the door thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like leave it at the door. Text me when I'm here. Like when you're here.
Like I'm someone who likes to walk in because I use cash usually.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different for me.
I feel you. I mean, I usually don't even order, so I honestly, and again, I'm probably gonna call my dad and yell at him for the curse he's given me of talking too damn much, which people can clearly see on this stream if they decide to go watch it again. And when we watch it again, because we probably will. I definitely think that I think the gift that my dad gave me, which is talking a lot and not being able to stop, I think it's like a good double-edged sword. Like I've met a lot of friends because of the fact that I would literally just go up to them and just start talking to them. Like one of my friends, she's her job is like protect the chaplain. uh, she's she's called the chaplain's assistant. She if I never was if I was how like everyone else is with like talking, like I just literally would be on my phone, I'd be quiet, I'd be to myself a little more. If I was a little bit more introverted, I would never have met two of my other friends who like I'm super duper cool with. I've seen them, I've hung out with them a bunch of times, like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know how it'd be. Like one of them, I talk to her like almost every day. I'll send her dumb shit on Insta. We talk all the time. But it's like when I look at that, I'm like I would never have met her if I never met my other friend, who she was the one that was like I would literally just hit her up, just see how she's doing. And she one weekend was like, yo, come to my place. We're having a little party, like a little Halloween party. Then yeah, one thing led to another, and then here I am, I think a whole ass year later, which is wild. So I think it does have its good perks, but I definitely think a lot of people, there's some people that like even the one I was talking about, where I met her at the party and like we became friends through her.
Right.
I definitely think she she needs like time to like not be. She's like, yo, I gotta like, I'm not really in the mood to call right now. Like like we could You can send me funny shit, but I don't really want to talk to you right now. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. Like, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think people are becoming more bland?
Yeah.
We got too many characters on this fucking piece of rock.
Too many characters?
Too many
You got
characters.
too many?
Too many cooks.
Really? Why do you think that, Dylan?
Why?
Yeah, why do you think that?
That fucking people like Florida.
What's wrong
And
with
you got
Florida?
a whole bunch of stories to
Dude,
go through.
hold on, Dylan. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Yeah. What's your problem with Florida?
Yeah,
It's a real
what's
interesting
what's
place.
your problem with
So what if
Florida?
meth is a problem? PCP.
Hurricanes.
man,
that
It's
are-
called Disneyland for a reason.
Oh
Disney
my
World.
gosh. Jeez.
The most magical place on earth.
It is the most magical place. Orlando, bro. Orlando.
Yeah, and Florida's the most methiest place on earth.
It's got a lot of old people. Got a lot of Walter Whites over there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely think people. are
It's just
becoming
like a
more bland.
weird. There's just like a weird spectrum of people in Florida.
There is a really weird spectrum of people in Florida.
Like, I feel like there isn't really a middle class. I
So,
feel like you're either lower middle class, upper middle class,
what is your
or
guys'
like high.
what is your guys' definition on bland? Like,
What?
so like to me, someone who's bland is like
Oh, someone who's
yeah, like
Gonna
bland.
put that
What
part.
we're talking about.
People who don't do
Um,
nothing.
I think it's not as much do nothing. It's just like it's super like just simple. Like you have one characteristic that makes you you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's absolutely nothing else. Like let's say you just let's say for a dude, and again it could go for girls too or whatever, but like you're just a gym rat. Like all you do is go to the gym. Like yeah, everyone could relate to that, but like imagine that's literally all you do. Like you just go to
Right.
the gym, you go home, you diet, do whatever, you go to bed, work, repeat. Like that to me is like bland. Like you don't have any sports teams you watch, or like you're just kind of like, oh yeah, I watch the footballs,
Right,
I watch
right.
the hockeys, I watch all this shit, but I don't really have a team. I don't really have like anything. Like
You're saying people who are like aren't passionate about something, or not like they don't care about anything really.
yeah, like or even it's like because like you can't really say that because then they're passionate about lifting
Yeah,
and
true,
like
true,
getting
true.
big, but it's like
Right.
and then there's nothing to me. There's nothing wrong with being bland. It's just kind of like why
Right,
to me
right.
I don't understand like why you would want to be like that. And I just feel like there's a lot of people nowadays that are like that. Or a lot of people nowadays I think they're very similar to each other. Like
Yeah.
and I also think that's how it's because of society being how society is and how our society specifically is with people just conforming because I guess it's just easier to conform, but it makes me be like, why would you want to be like that? Or like why would you want to be like somebody else, right? Like
Yeah.
in my perspective, I would like to be like the like Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. I want to get there, but I don't want to be them. I want to be myself.
Right.
Or I
I
want to
think
be, or I
some
wanna be
people don't
better
have
than them,
that
you know what I mean?
confidence that they say that they're gonna be that. You know what I mean? I think,
So
like,
you think
a lot
it's-
of people.
Yeah.
I think it's a confidence thing, and then I think it's like what you said. Like too many people are like, I want to be this person instead of I want to be like this person, or I want to be as good as this person, or I want to be this person.
I honestly think it's like the influencers, bro. Like, I think it's them.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think it's their fault.
I think a lot of people. I think everybody sees things as unachievable now. and like if you have a big dream, you're pretty much just gonna be laughed at, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like perfect example, the gym rat.
Yeah.
Like if you met a kid in high school who was 16 or 17, he didn't really go out, but he worked out, he prepped all of his meals, he just goes hard at the bodybuilding. And like you see him growing and this and that, but he still doesn't really go out, he still does his own thing and like stays in his own lane. That person's still interesting to me if they like achieve their goals, you know what I mean? Like if that guy eventually becomes better than Ronnie Coleman or better than Arnold and like does what he wants, that's also interesting because that takes us so much more like sharper focus than the kid being like, oh yeah, I want to be just like Ronnie, but I'll never be like him, he was the best. No, you want to be better, sort of thing. I think a lot of people don't have that like ambition, I guess is what I'm saying. Kind of lost my point there.
I feel you. I don't know, man.
It's a hard
just-
thing. It's like a weird thing to explain.
Yeah. And like I hate it because like I don't like to talk about stuff like this because it's like I don't want to offend anybody, and it's not like I'm.
Yeah.
But it's just, to me, it's just so confusing, and a lot of people get confused with me, especially me, because I ask my my dudes at work this all the time. I'll ask them about them, and then they become really defensive about it, like I'm attacking them, and I'm literally just like, no, I'm just trying to understand. And I'll literally, in those exact words, quote unquote, I will literally say, I'm just trying to understand what you're doing. And they're just like, oh, yeah, sure. You're just trying to judge me. I'm like, dude, I'm literally saying I'm trying to understand you. And then they'll hit me with like oh, but if you're trying to understand me, why do you keep asking this? I'm like, because I don't understand. Like, right. What do you not understand? I'm literally telling you, I'm trying to understand. Like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
water's so good. Yeah, I don't know.
I think a lot of people are more like defensive, I guess.
I think people are very defensive nowadays, and again, I think it's because of the situation with COVID and being on their phones. And I think everything ties back to itself. And honestly, I think it's terrible. But although there's a lot of dudes in the army that aren't bland, and a lot of people say that the army is a microcosm of America, like it is the 1% of Americans. Literally, it is. It really is. But like, and then weirdly enough, where me and Dylan are in Airborne, we're the 1% of the 1%. So we are the, what is that, like 0.1? I don't know, the 0.1% of Americans or whatever. I don't know math, but oh my gosh, sorry, my nose is running. Yeah, we're like the 1% of Americans, so it kind of like, you'll see here and there like people that are like, I would say like it's a very 50-50, and or it's maybe like a I would say it's like a 6 to like 7 to 3 / like 7 to 3 / 6 to 4 ratio of like bland to like weirdos. Like you'll have a lot of dudes that are just like, yeah, I just go home, I work out, I go to work, I go home, I work out, and then that's it, you know. And again, I really feel like there's nothing wrong with that lifestyle. It's just like, why would you not want to do something more with yourself? Like, again, if this is only, if YOLO is a real thing, like if you like you only live once is a legitimate thing, then why decide to take a super simple and easy road, you know? Hey, give me 1 second. I'm gonna gonna mute myself real quick. I gotta go to the little men's room. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Dylan, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. What'd you do today?
Today, I took an hour trip just to get some Pop Pot.
Nice.
Ate some real spicy ass broth. Shat my pants on my way back in the toilet. Called it a day.
Nice. Still watching the men's game. They're up 7-2. It's the first out of the playoffs in 6 years.
See,
All right, I'm back.
Word.
All right. It is 11:13 right now. We've been going on for about an hour and 26, and honestly, I think we've been getting better at just doing things, you know, and I think hopefully people will begin to start coming in and hanging out with us more. And for anybody watching, if you did enjoy, drop a like and stop by next time. But boys, I think it's good to call it there.
Word.
You guys have any last things to say before before we head out?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to watch our newest upcoming video and hit the bell for incoming videos. gotta drop it at the last second, you know. Dylan, you got anything else for the people that decide to watch the VOD?
deuces.
Indeed, deuces. All right, it's been good. Again, legitimately though, for everybody that has watched, and for those who are coming on, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. More to come, as per usual. Have a good night, y'all.
Peace.